Like HDFS name node, even yarn resource manager is single point of failure, which means if yarn goes down, there will be impact on the jobs that are running at the time using yarn as framework. So when it comes to yarn, yarn stands for Atom the Resource Negotiator, and it is primarily responsible for resource management in distributed cluster. The actual distributed processing is done by frameworks such as MapReduce, Spark, etc. So if yarn goes down, all MapReduce jobs and Spark jobs will be impacted. Now let us go ahead and configure availability for yarn. You just have to click on yarn service, expand actions, and say enable high availability. You can see that it has already chosen the existing resource manager as one of the host. You just have to use one more host for high availability. So in this case, I am using Big Data Server 3 as the second host for availability, and now I'm clicking on OK and then hit continue. You can see that it is actually stopping yarn and its dependent services. Then it will actually add standby resource manager, and it will start yarn and its dependent services, and then it will actually deploy client configuration for the cluster. Once these steps are done, your availability is done with respect to yarn. It is as simple as that. It is not as complicated as the name node availability configuration. Once all the steps are completed, you will see finish button here. Just click on it and it will redirect you to this page. Now let us review the components with respect to the yarn as well as MapReduce 2 after configuring availability. When it comes to resource manager, you can see there are two resource managers. Both of them are in good health. If you click on this, it will redirect you to the instances with filter, and you can see one resource manager is active while the other one is standby. So this is how you can actually configure yarn availability using Cloudera Manager. Now if you go back to the status, apart from resource manager and node manager, there is also job history server. Job history server is relevant to the MapReduce, and there is no need for availability for job history server. Let us understand why we need to configure availability for resource manager. That is because there will be a state associated with the resource manager. What is that state? To understand more about state, let us go to this PPT which is available on SlideShare. If you go to the third slide, there is this yarn architecture diagram. You have clients on the left and node managers on the right. Node managers send heartbeat to the resource manager. Along with heartbeat, it also sends the information related to usage on the node where that corresponding node manager is running. This information sent by node managers is maintained as cluster state within resource manager. Clients submit the jobs onto the cluster, and the request go to the resource manager, and resource manager first create the application master on one of the nodes where node manager is running, and that application master will fork containers to actually process the data. As these jobs make progress, application master perform checkpoint, and that checkpoint is preserved as part of resource manager as application state. So when resource manager fails over, even this information has to be fail over onto the new active resource manager, so that the applications run from the point when the failover happens. So we'll understand those details as part of the next topic. But at a higher level, there are two types of states. One is cluster state and second one is application state. And these states has to be failed over when failover happens.